Welcome to Authentic Brazil 201. I'm here to talk about breaking points, St. Patrick's Day immigration debate episode, and how annoying Krystal Ball was on everything. But before I go into all of that, I want to preface a lot of things. Am I kind of drunk right now? Yes. Did I go on a date earlier today as well? Yes. The thing is, she's like a former Mormon girl. That's just not going to work. And she watches zero TV shows. Very cute, though. It's really sad that two reporter chicks that I kind of like are both, I think they both have, I know one has a boyfriend, the other one, whatever. We're not going to talk about that. Well, we are, but we're not at all. Anyway, I'm gonna preface before I go into whole crystal balls, and yes, that is her real name. I know. Anyway, I'm gonna preface my politics a lot because for whatever reason, a lot of people swear I'm a MAGA person when I have not voted for Donald Trump at all in the 3 Donald Trump elections. I just want people to understand it. I'm gonna state my beliefs on a lot of policies, and you can go judge me because you know what? Democrats will say I'm MAGA, and MAGA people will say I'm some liberal person, and I honestly am my own fucking person. First, I am not religious at all. I hate religion. I think religion is fake news. And I say that as a television writer because the Bible has way too many plot holes. Next, do I believe in a version of Medicare for all where private health insurance does not exist? No, I do not. I believe in expanding Medicaid to 400% of the poverty level, lower the Medicare age currently to 55 for that version of Medicare, make a Medicare for all who want it system where the private health insurance also exists, but make it on a sliding scale where, like, if you make this amount of money, this is how much you would pay top. And it's very affordable. So everyone gets health insurance, but it's optional. You're allowed to have private health insurance if you want it. Okay. There's a lot of ways to fix the health insurance and obviously cap costs for Ozempic and things to make it like $50 out of pocket and insulin $50 out of pocket, because things should be affordable and all of it. Next, I do not believe in public school at all because public school is trash. And if you think after 2 years of Zoom school, 2 years of Zoom school has made a lot of Americans very retarded, and there's no fixing that. Okay, the average American already only had like a 5th grade reading level. Now the average American tops has maybe a 2nd grade reading level. Next, I don't believe in universal basic income. I do believe in an annual dividend once a year for everyone who makes less than $125,000. I'm basically just reading policies from my campaign website, hammerly2028.com. I believe in nuclear energy. I believe in stopping recidivism. I think the current problem in New York where people constantly get arrested and they're out again because of stupid progressive bail reform laws, stupid. I believe in mass deportation. I believe in the Lincoln Riley Act. I also think, anything that makes immigration harder and punishes illegals more, I'm all for it. Okay. I believe in a higher minimum wage. I believe in all unions except for teacher unions because fuck public school. I believe in vouchers. I'm sorry, but public school system in America is bad. Outside of like rich suburbs, there has to be a way to fix it, and it's not putting more money in this failing system. It's like putting more money into MTA, which is also a failing system. I believe in getting rid of tons of regulation so that building a fucking subway line doesn't take 20 years. Okay, fuck the environment. I'm sorry, who gives a shit? Okay, humans first. Also, Americans first. So humans first and Americans first. Okay? Just so we understand that. I don't believe that fucking men should be in women's sports, okay? And yes, they can identify as women and all the other shit, but if you are born with a dick or whatever the chromosomes are that say you're a man, you don't get to play in women's sports. That is an 80-20 issue, okay? I also think John Lovett is a fucking retard. I think the Pod Save America guys and Gavin Newsom's bullshit pivot is performative, and we can all see that. Okay, I fucking hate organizer meme and all these fucking annoying progressive woke bitch boys and all the other nonsense. Okay, um, what are my other nonsense? I'm trying to remember. Oh, um, obviously, I'm glad all the DEI nonsense is over because it was nothing but white guilt liberals who were like, this is how you should talk to this minority. This is how you should talk to this minority. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, that shit is done. Me Too era is done. All of it's done. Good. Also, fuck vegans and fuck Bushwick. Anyway, back to this thing. So I watched new segment, not new segment, but back to the topic of the podcast. Okay. Is Krystal and Sagar had this whole debate on the Trump quote unquote defying the court orders of the fucking Venezuelans who are being sent to an El Salvador prison. That when the order went through, they were over international waters, so like they didn't have to listen. Also, before we get into that, Trump can't unsay the Biden pardons are not real. I don't know if you know this, but the way it works is that these things are all docu-signed and they go to an attorney general who signs off on it. Okay. Because Trump did the same thing in his first term where he made the Fox News bitch, husband who had tax evasion charge got pardoned. Okay. This is just Trump being like nonsense. Everything is docu-signed for pardons. Okay. Is the modern world. Trump fucking January 6th pardons, the real ones, because he did not know the name of all fucking 1,500 people. Okay. This was all docu-signed. Anyway, back to the Krystal and Sagar thing. I'm sorry for going on a rant. I'm kind of drunk right now, and I wanted to do this. I'm following the notes, and I'm kind of just was like, I listened to their fucking 44-minute interview where Krystal was like, their human rights are broken, and everyone should really care what's happening. We're an authoritative country, and blah 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 blah. Right, and Sagar was making points. Like for the last 4 years, we had to pretend that fucking bitch Brianna Joy Gray and Taylor Lorenz and all these other annoying fucking idiots are correct about everything when it's not. Okay, when it's like it is a quote unquote invasion because 8 to 10 million fucking illegals came in during the Biden administration, and we're seeing with the Trump numbers right now that in so far in February only like 10,000 people were able to come in instead of like the Biden numbers within that. And Chris was like, they're going to a fucking prison camp and they're going to get, first of all, what happens in other countries is not America's business at all, which comes to, by the way, the annoying Palestine shit, which I'm still like, I'm tired of. I do not believe that this many people who are not Muslim or Jewish or Middle Eastern give two shits about Palestine or Israel. Okay. I just do not buy it because guess what? I went to a fancy, good private school my entire life. I never fucking heard of the country Palestine ever until I want to say till like 2021 from like, yeah, I think that's about right. Oh no, yeah, no, yeah, 2021 is about right. And you're gonna say I'm ignorant about it, but like Trump at the fucking State of the Union was naming random fucking African countries that no one in America has ever heard of, and we don't have to pretend anyone in America can name African countries that are not Wakanda or South Africa or Egypt or Madagascar. Okay, the average American is an idiot, and outside the countries we all know about, that's it. And I want to go back to a lot of it. She's like going on, she's doing the white guilt liberalism thing where she thinks she's right. And Sagar points out the 60%, approval of mass deportations, right? She's like, well, the polls are wrong. But then she's the same person that's like, well, the polling said people want Medicare for all, right? You can't pick and choose which polls you want to believe in. Okay, either you have to believe in all of it or none of it. People want mass deportations. Okay, Krystal has this fancy fucking high horse that she's on when she lives in some irrelevant small town that is in like an R plus 30 fucking district that has like 9,000 people and they all go to church and fucking Cracker Barrel. Okay, she's not in New York where there's a bunch of fucking illegals living in hotels and all this other shit, and that we have to pretend to like care about other people. We don't, okay? Let me tell you this. I don't care what the fuck is happening in Palestine. I also do not give a shit what the fuck is happening in Levittown, New York. Just for references, I only care about what's happening to me. Because, like my Twitter bio says, I am a self serving narcissist. But I also want to be president of the United States in 4 years. And it's okay because I'm honest about it. Okay, but she keeps the whole the job. These are like the illegals are doing jobs the whites won't do. First of all, if these jobs, the quote unquote, the whites won't do, if they paid well, the whites would do it. Okay, illegals suppress wages because they work for wages that Americans would never work for. And then this moral compass argument. First of all, fuck morals. Morals are for superheroes, okay? And superheroes don't exist in real life. And if I had superpowers, I would be the Reverse Flash, okay? Because guess what? Batman should kill his villains, okay? Because every time Batman threw a villain in jail and that person broke out and then killed more people. That's on Batman. So Batman should murder his villains. Also, Don Lemon saying black people who vote for Trump aren't educated or not a part of real MAGA or whatever is nonsense. Okay. It's a lot like the stupid shit Biden said on the Charlemagne interview. If you don't vote for me, you're not black. Okay, we are past the point where if you're saying like, well, if you're this race, you need to believe in this policy and vote for this party. No, Don Lemon is a fucking loser who also said like 2 years ago that Caitlin Collins was past her prime. First of all, Caitlin Collins is fucking hot and she's my age. She's 32. She is not past her prime, Don Lemon. You are past your prime because you are a fucking asshole. And I really fucking doubt there are random Republican men or men grabbing your fucking dick, as you said on the Bill Maher thing. Okay. And I don't think anyone's getting tortured in El Salvador, but also, once again, they are illegal. Stop putting people who are not U.S. citizens first. Okay. This is the issue. The way you're going up in arms about fucking illegals is not how this should be. American first. Stop this performative activism like you're pretending you care so much about these illegals in the ICE fucking camps or whatever. You don't care. Nobody cares. This is the same thing about pretending you care so much about what's happening in Palestine. No, you do not. Just like there's fucking tragedy all over America, you don't care that happens there. And it's okay not to care about other people. Don't say it's about your morality or moral compass. No. Okay? The CW shows are gone, and they were my moral compass, okay? Because I really cared about what Barry Allen did. But that era is over, and I'm ranting like a drunk person. But that's okay. But like Krystal was just so fucking annoying on everything, and I'm just like, my God, shut the fuck up. Like it is just I hate white guilt liberalism so much, and like this thing, and especially on like the Breaking Point subreddit, because it's the same idiots on like the fucking the Crooked Media subreddit. They're like, how dare you say illegals? It's dehumanizing language. Like the people who are obsessed with the language are the same people who are like men should be in women's sports or the other bullshit. No, okay, no, you're wrong. Fuck you. Crystal's annoying. Sagar's right, but Sagar's also annoying about the weed and the we shouldn't and sunlight shouldn't be past 8 o'clock or whatever bullshit Sagar bitches about. Because Sagar is not white, so Sagar never had his messy fuckboy white boy era. So he doesn't like doing rooftop rose season and cool fancy white people things. But whatever. That has been another episode of Authentic with Brazil 201.